Welcome back to the Baltimore Orioles franchise on MLB the Show. I'm your host, longtime listener. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment below. It's a 7-9 start for the Orioles, so not out of the gates hot as the defending champions, but they are hosting the Phillies here and looking to get back on track, as it's going to be John Means on the hill for them. He has been sharp in terms of his whip, but the ERA elevated, so a little bit misleading there. Only 8 strikeouts through 18 2/3. He's 1-1 with a 5.79 ERA. But a very consistent left-hander. He's going to get things started here against Alec Bohm with a nice slider down and in to get him swinging for the first out. Then it's Adam Hazley. Swing and a miss on the changeup down and away. Nice location there. Back-to-back strikeouts. Then it's going to be Bryce Harper, 0-2. He chases the changeup down out of the zone, and Means strikes out the side in order to start the ball game. So a great start there. On the hill for the Phillies is Zach Eflin, the right-hander, the same whip as John Means to this point at 1.18. The ERA just over 4. He's 0-1 through 2 starts, just 11 innings worked, 11 strikeouts and 2 walks across that stretch to go with 11 hits. Austin Hayes swinging at the first pitch, got a sinker right down the middle, hits it deep to right field, but that is going to be caught against the wall for the first out of the inning. Now we'll look at the Orioles lineup as it's Hayes, Dickerson, and Seager. Montcastle batting fourth. Mancini really struggling, but Chris Bryant off to a hot start. Then it's Adley Rutschman, Jorge Colon, and Bobby Witt getting the start at shortstop today. 2 outs in the inning. It's Corey Seager slicing one up the middle for a base hit, and the Orioles have their first base runner of the ball game. That would bring up Ryan Montcastle. 2-1 pitch. He goes with it, but hits it right at the first baseman for the final out of the inning. And the Orioles are held scoreless. So after 1, no score. On to the second. It's Rhys Hoskins. Swing and a miss. So 4 straight strikeouts for John Means to start the ball game. Heck of a start for the veteran lefty. Now with 2 away, it's Gene Segura ripping one into left field. That's going to get down, and the Phillies have their first base runner, and Segura's got pretty good speed. But on a 1-2 pitch, it's another strikeout for John Means, and he has got 5 racked up through just 2 innings of work. On to the bottom of the second. 3-1 pitch to Mancini. Ripped into left field, and it's going to hang up and get out of here. A solo shot to start the second inning, his 3rd of the year. And the Orioles capture the early lead as they are up 1-0. Now 1 away in the inning for Adley Rutschman. Pokes one through the right side for a 1-out single. And the Orioles have got a base runner here in the bottom of the second. 1 out for Jorge Colon. Chases one off the plate away. It's going to be back to the mound, and it's a 1-6-3 double play to get Colon and end the inning. And the Orioles are out in front thanks to the solo shot from Trey Mancini. John Means back to work with 2 away, though. That one's going back up the middle for a base hit. I believe that was Alec Bohm, who's on now with 2 down in the inning. That brings up Adam Hazley. He's swinging at the first pitch, just a routine ground ball to second. And that will do it for the Phillies, as it is going to be 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Bobby Witt Jr. up. 0-2 pitch. That is just poked into right field. Kind of jammed him, but it gets down for a base hit. He's got really good speed. We'll see if the Orioles want to put him in motion. 0-1 pitch to Austin Hayes is hit deep to center field. Hit pretty well, but that's going to be hang up and be caught for the first out of the inning. Then it's Corey Dickerson. He gets one to hit, takes it into right field. That ball is just barely going to get down. Bobby Witt had to kind of hesitate there. Able to get to second now, first and second, 2 down. Ryan Montcastle hits one off of Eflin, unfortunately, because if that gets past him, it's probably into center field for an RBI single. And instead, it's the last out of the inning. Now on to the 4th with 1 away. It's Bryson Stott. He draws a walk. And that's going to be a base runner now. Actually, that was Rhys Hoskins. Now Bryson Stott slices one into left, makes it first and second. Still just 1 out in the inning. Now Jamie Lease hits one hard with 2 outs, but it's going to be a short hop to Bobby Witt at short. sends it over to Seager covering second to end the inning, and it's 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the fourth. One away for Kris Bryant. That ball was a hanger, and he rips it into left field for a one-out knock. And it's going to bring up Adley Rutschman. 2-1 pitch. That ball is hit to short. Backhanded by Segura over to second. They go 6-4-3 for the inning-ending double play, and it is still 1-0 as we head to the fifth. John Means back to work. 1-0 pitch, or a one-out pitch to Roman Quinn gets him swinging for his 6th K of the ball game. Then it's Jorge Colon now in the bottom of the fifth, leading things off. Chases one up out of the zone, and he's down on strikes. Just the first strikeout for Zach Eflin. On to the top of the sixth as the Orioles were held scoreless. It's a one-out base hit here, and he is going to turn and head for second. The throw coming in from Austin Hayes is offline, and it's a one-out double. Now Rhys Hoskins swing and a miss. Now 7 Ks for John Means. Now 2 outs in the inning, and that is going to bring up Bryson Stott. 0-1 pitch was hanging, but he hits a routine ground ball to third. Kris Bryant handles and sends it over to first to end the threat. So we go to the bottom of the sixth with the Orioles still holding on to that 1-run lead. 2 outs in the inning. Ryan Mountcastle back up the middle, but that's backhanded and over to first for the final out of the inning. And both pitchers kind of settling in here, putting up some zeros. But the Orioles are going to turn to the bullpen as John Means had the pitch count getting up there. They turn to Jeremy Jeffress. The veteran righty going to have to change that glove color because it's not working so far as his ERA is over 6. But with one away, he's going to get a looking strikeout on Jamie Lease there for the second out of the inning. And then it's going to be JT Realmuto swing and a miss at the splitter down. A couple of strikeouts for Jeremy Jeffress and a scoreless 7th as we head to the stretch. Still 1-0. Trey Mancini into right field. Kind of jammed on this one, but it's going to get down for a leadoff single off of A.J. Cole. Now into the ball game pitching for the Phillies. Kris Bryant, 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to third. They go 5-4-3 for another double play. And that one hurts as the Orioles had a chance there to maybe add some insurance. Instead, we go to the 8th. Jeffress still out there. He gets Roman Quinn chasing one down out of the zone for the first out. Give 3 strikeouts to Jeremy Jeffress. Now they turn to Paul Fry. He's been okay so far this season. 4 appearances, 4 innings worked. The ERA of 4.5. Righties are getting to him a little bit, but he's got 5 strikeouts, no walks over that stretch. With 2 away, it's Adam Hazley. Just a routine, a flare into left field, but unfortunately going to get down and just fair, and then bounces over the head of Trey Mancini, and he's into second with a kind of fluky double there. Now they're going to intentionally walk a man here to make it first and second, and it's Bryce Harper reaching there on the free pass to set up the force play with 2 outs in the inning. Now Rhys Hoskins, 2-1 pitch. That was a hanger. He hits this hard into left field. Mancini fields, but Quinn can fly. Or actually, I think it was a pinch runner, but who cares? He scores. Tie game just like that. Paul Fry still out there as Bryson Stott. Little chopper in front of the mound. It's a swing and bunt. He's got good speed, beats it out. So Paul Fry, unfortunately, the one hard hit, and he's just having a rough go of it. They're going to have to turn to Raisel Iglesias now out of the bullpen. 5 appearances so far, 4 1/3 worked, 4.15 ERA. Hasn't given up a hit to any righties so far, and 7 strikeouts and 1 walk over that stretch. He gets Gene Segura swinging at a fastball up to end the inning, but the Phillies have tied this thing here in the 8th inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Orioles looking to respond in their half. 3-1 pitch to Jorge Colon. He chases one high again, but this one going to get down in no man's land, and he was hustling out of the box, heads for second, and is just ahead of the throw with a nice hustle double there, and a great opportunity for the Orioles. Then it's Bobby Witt. Good job of hitting there as he hits a deep fly ball to right field. It's going to be caught, but Jorge Colon able to advance and get into the third now, just 90 feet away. It's Austin Hayes, 0-1 pitch, takes it into right field, and the Orioles get the lead right back on the RBI single from Austin Hayes. Huge response from the home team there. And now they're going to pinch run with Clay Hopkins to give them a little bit more speed at first, trying to maybe press their luck here. He's going to take off on a 1-1 pitch. It's called strike, but he is into second with a stolen base. That is his 3rd of the season. Now Corey Dickerson on a 2-2 pitch goes back up the middle for a critical RBI single there. He's going to turn and head for second and take the extra base on the throw to the plate, but it is 3-1 thanks to that huge RBI hit from Dickerson there. Now the Phillies turn to Justin Wilson, the veteran lefty out of the bullpen. A rough go so far this season. Walks an issue as he's got 8 of them through just 7 innings of work. Montcastle with 2 outs hits one deep to right center field, but that's going to be run down and caught for the final out of the inning by Bryce Harper. But the Phillies now trail 3-1 as we go to the 8th, and Roberto Osuna coming on, which spells trouble for the Phillies, as he is a very solid right-hander coming out of the bullpen. He's 3 for 5, though, on save opportunities this season, so a rough go of it for him so far. But he's going to get the first 2 outs, no trouble. Then it's Roman Quinn. Fastball misses up and in. Tough to lay off that pitch. And it's Alec Boehm. 1-2 pitch is a changeup down out of the zone. Gets him swinging. And the Orioles capture the victory here as they improve to 8-9 on the season. We'll take a look at the box score. Trey Mancini, player of the game honors, 2 for 3. Hit that solo homer back in the 2nd inning. Iglesias gets the win, only faced 1 batter and struck him out. Archie Bradley was on in relief at that point. Gave up 3 hits and 2 earned over just a third of an inning worked. It's 7 hits, 3 walks for the Phillies against 7 strikeouts. 2 hits for Stott in the ball game. Eflin pitched well, 6 hits, no walks, only struck out 1, but then gave up the 1 earned run. Got a no decision. A.J. Cole gave up a hit in his 1 inning of work. Archie Bradley got touched up for 3 hits and saddled with the loss, and then Justin Wilson came in and bailed him out in the bottom of the 8th inning. For the Orioles, it was 10 hits, no walks, but just 1 strikeout. So they were just basically hitting everything that they swung at for the most part. Colon had a double, Mancini with a home run. RBIs for Hayes, Dickerson, and Mancini. Hopkins stole his 3rd bag of the year. John Means pitched very well in this one. 6 innings, 4 hits and a walk, struck out 7. Jeffress a solid outing. 1 2/3 worked, struck out 3. Fry gets a blown save, didn't retire anybody, gave up 3 hits and then the intentional walk. And then Iglesias bails him out and gets a win. Osuna gets his 4th save of the season, and that's it from Baltimore as the Orioles take down the Phillies 3-1. Now between games, we got an offer from the Angels for Jake Shiner in exchange for Adam Hall. Now if you look at Shiner, he's 26, but he's a 76 overall, so he's pretty much major league ready, a guy that can play a handful of different positions. He's a natural 3rd baseman, also plays 1st, 2nd, left, and right, and he's a pretty solid defender. Ian has pretty good speed. Now his vision and discipline aren't the greatest, but his contact and power ratings are all pretty respectable. They are wanting Adam Hall. The 22-year-old has no power, doesn't even have very good plate skills. He does have good speed and good defense, but I don't think we have a lot of use for him because we're just loaded at shortstop. I don't think this is a guy that we're ever going to get much use out of at the major league level, so we're going to take that trade. Now out to Tampa Bay as we are going to take on the Tampa Bay Rays. And you see there the offensive numbers in the series pretty solid for the Rays as they have managed to capture all 3 of the first 3 games of this 4-game stretch. They blew us out in Game 1. It was a tough one in Game 2, and then they blew us out again in Game 3. And they send hard-throwing right-hander Nathan Eovaldi out to the bump. 4 starts on the season, a 3.22 ERA. He's 1-2 over that stretch. Pretty solid numbers across the board for him so far on the season. So the Orioles going to look to get out to a good start here as they're trying to avoid a 4-game sweep on the road, and it's Austin Hayes up the middle on a 2-2 pitch for a base knock. So that's the good start that they were looking for. And why are we looking at Austin Hayes on the replay here? Who cares? Moving on, it's Corey Dickerson. We're going to have to just go ahead and talk through this stretch because apparently I screwed up the editing a little bit. So I got back from the beach this week, had a really good time, played some golf. I shot a 78 at a course that was really short. So 78 naturally is a pretty good score. Anything in the 70s is pretty solid. But the course was really short, so it's kind of a misleading 78, I guess. It's about in line with like a 74 at most, or 84 at most of the courses that I play, which it still isn't that bad. But, ultimately I played pretty well. And anyway, this is annoying. I really wish that I could just stop and cut this out, but I'm not going to do it. I'm behind on recordings. Got to get through this. So, anyway, now a 1-2 pitch to Corey Dickerson, lifts one into left center field. That's going to be handled, and now we'll take a look at the Orioles lineup as it's Hayes, Dickerson, and Seager at the top. Mountcastle and then Mancini still struggling. Bryant has cooled down a little bit. Rutschman slow out of the gates. Colon batting 8th, hitting the ball well, and then Jahmai Jones also struggling out of the gate. So the Orioles just kind of a little bit of a sluggish start to the season. Corey Seager hits this ball well. Hayes had to hold up and make sure it gets down, so he's going to advance to second on the play. Now first and second, one out for Ryan Mountcastle. Hits that ball well, but that's going to hung up and be caught in right. Hayes will advance to third, but runners on the corners, 2 down for Chris Bryant, or for Trey Mancini, rather. Chased one up out of the zone. Got good wood on it, but that's going to be caught for the final out of the inning. And we get a look at the numbers for Milton Byrnes. He has been a little bit off to start the season as well. 4 starts, a 5.57 ERA, 21 innings worked, 26 hits allowed. That's been the problem for him so far. He's going to get off to a good start here, though, as it's a ground ball to the right side. We'll take a look at the Rays lineup in this one as it's Buxton leading off, then Joey Wendell, Austin Meadows, Arozarena, Adames and Belt in the middle of that lineup, McCutchen, then Francisco Mejia, and Chad Pinder batting 9th, playing third base. So a solid lineup there in the top 7 or 8 guys. A lot of well-known names. It's Joey Wendell swinging through a changeup there for the second out of the inning. First K for Milton Byrnes. Then Austin Meadows takes one into right field. That's going to be caught for the final out of the inning. So we're scoreless after 1. Chris Bryant leading things off here in the second. He's going to draw a walk on a 3-2 curveball. Not even close there from Eovaldi. Next batter, Adley Rutschman hits it hard right at the third baseman, and it's a 5-4-3. Nope. They pull him off the bag, so Belt had to come off to field it. And now it's Colon now with a runner on first and 1 out. Rutschman, a big turn, though, and a mistake there as they run themselves out of an inning. Had an opportunity there. 2 outs now for Jahmai Jones. They had the runner in motion. He hit it hard, but that's going to be caught at third by Pinder for the final out of the inning. Now, Corey Dickerson, 1 out, chases one down in the dirt, and Mejia will send that down to Belt to retire him for the second out of the inning. Now on to the bottom of the third, 3-0 pitch to Pinder is going to be taken into left center field for a base hit. Interesting that he's swinging 3-0 as the or actually that was not. That was Mejia. There is Pinder. He's down on strikes for the second out of the inning and second K for Byrnes. Then it's Byron Buxton, 1-0 pitch. Just a routine fly into left that would be handled for the final out of the inning by Corey Dickerson. So after 3, we're scoreless here in Tampa. Now 2 outs in the fourth. It's Chris Bryant chasing one in the dirt. Mejia sends that down to Belt again. That's going to do it for the Orioles in their half of the fourth. 1 out in the bottom half. It's a swing and strike out there on Meadows for the second out. Now 3 Ks for Milton Byrnes. And then it's Arozarena. Gets one right down the middle and just murders this ball way out of here in left center field. That is going to make it 1-0 on his 8th of the season, 415 feet. The distance on that one. And then it's going to be Willie Adames. Ground ball to second. And that's going to do it for the Rays in the fourth, but not before Randy Arozarena gives them a 1-0 lead here as we now go to the top of the fifth. Jones chases one in the dirt, gets by Mejia, but again, able to get it down to Brandon Belt. That's going to do it for the Orioles in the fifth, and it's Andrew McCutchen with 1 out here in the bottom half. Down the right field line, it's going to bounce just fair. He's going to turn it head for second and is in ahead of the throw, so a 1-out double for McCutchen. Now with 2 out in the inning, Byrnes just blows away Chad Pinder up and in and strands the runner there with the opportunity to extend the lead, but Byrnes keeps it close. It's 1-0 after 5. Corey Seager with 2 down. Watches a fastball miss down and in, so it's a 2-out walk for Corey Seager. And that is going to do it for Nathan Eovaldi. Kevin Cash out to get him, and he is going to turn to, I believe, right-hander Diego Castillo, if my memory's... Nope. It is going to be Chris Stratton an ERA of 0 through 11 appearances, 14 2/3 innings worked, 10 strikeouts and 5 walks over that stretch. Brian Mountcastle hits that ball pretty well, but right at the shortstop and handled for the final out of the inning. On to the bottom of the 6th, 2 outs for Austin Meadows. Gets a piece of that one, takes it through the shift, right where the shortstop generally would have played had the shift not been on. So it's a 2-out single. Then Arozarena homered last time, but not this time, as that's a ground ball to Kris Bryant over to Jahmai Jones, and that's going to do it for the Rays in their half of the 6th. Now 1 out in the 7th. Kris Bryant gets one to hit, takes it into center field. It's going to get down past Byron Buxton. He's going to go all the way around to third here with a 1-out triple and a huge opportunity for the Orioles to hopefully get on the board here and tie this thing up. 0-2 pitch to Adley Rutschman, twisted him up in the dirt again. Mejia having to go down to first to retire him after the strikeout. Now they're going to turn to left-hander Cody Reed out of the bullpen. His ERA is 11 through 9 innings of work in 10 appearances so far. 9 walks in 9 innings, obviously an issue. And the Orioles are going to turn to Clay Hopkins now. Hasn't been hot out of the gates necessarily, but a guy that we know can hit left-handed pitching. 3-2 pitch in the dirt, and wouldn't you know it, Francisco Mejia with the block, sends it down to Brandon Belt. And that's it for the Orioles. A huge opportunity missed there as they had a runner on third with 1 out. Couldn't advance them. On to the 7th, Byrnes still out there. That's going to be a strikeout there of Adames. Then Brandon Belt watches a 2-seam miss down and in for ball 4. It's a 1-out walk for Belt. And we bring up Andrew McCutchen. First pitch, he's swinging, takes one back up the middle past the diving try from Jahmai Jones. And it's now first and second. Still just 1 out. They're going to stick with Byrnes. 3-2 pitch is taken into center field. Hayes able to get there, though. That is a critical second out. And now Chad Pinder, 2-2 pitch. Just blew him away with the fastball up, and that's it for the Rays. As Milton Byrnes gives them 7 strong innings, just 1 earned allowed. The Rays going to turn to the bullpen again. It's Peter Fairbanks this time. The right-hander, 4 appearances, 3 1/3 worked. Has not allowed a run across that stretch. Corey Dickerson, after a 1-out single from Austin Hayes, it's a ground ball to third. Pinder fields, throws it into right field. Hayes thought about trying to advance to third, but thought better of it. It's going to be first and second now, 1 out after the error from Pinder. 2-0 to Corey Seager. Popped up in foul territory. It's a busy day for Mejia back there behind the dish as he's going to handle that one for the second out. That brings up Ryan Mountcastle on a 1-2 pitch. Could not get to that sinker in on his hands. And another opportunity missed for the Orioles. Now they turn to left-hander Derek Gorman. This guy throws absolute gas. He's got a 4.22 ERA through 10 2/3 innings worked. Starting things off is Byron Buxton. Routine fly ball into center field would be handled by Austin Hayes. That's the first out. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Derek Gorman. What is going on here? Oh, now we're going to get a look at the numbers for Milton Byrnes. 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 walk, struck out 6, just 1 earned, and it took him 97 pitches. Now 1 away for Joey Wendell. Ground ball to first. Fluky play here as it hits the corner of the bag and kicks into foul territory, and then he's going to reach on an infield single. He's got pretty good speed, and he is going to take off for second on a breaking ball. He's able to get in just ahead of the throw, so now a runner in scoring position. 1 out on the second stolen base of the year for Joey Wendell. Austin Meadows, though, couldn't touch the 100-mile-an-hour heat up and in. First K for Derek Gorman, and that's the second out of the inning. And brings up Willie Adames after a walk to Arozarena, and that is it for the Rays in the 8th, as they're able to strand the runner that was in scoring position. Rays turn to Nick Anderson as the closer. He's 6 for 6 in save opportunities this year. 7 appearances, 5 innings worked, the ERA of 1.8. First batter, Trey Mancini, got one to hit there, but just missed it, and Buxton under that one for the first out of the inning. Then it's Kris Bryant, 1-1 pitch, another good one to hit right down the middle. He lifts one into right field. That will be handled for the second out of the inning. And it's Adley Rutschman, 0-2 pitch, ground ball to short, handled. Adames throws across the body and pulls Brandon Belt off the bag. So the game will continue here as the inning continues on the error from Adames. Bobby Witt Jr. on to pinch run. He's got really good speed, so we'll see if the Orioles put him in motion. They don't need to because a 3-0 pitch to Kyle Stowers off the bench is down and in for ball 4. So now it's first and second, 2 outs in the inning, and that brings up Jahmai Jones. First pitch, right down the middle, down at the knees. He rips it into right field. Witt going to turn and head for home. The throw goes to third. Stowers just beats the throw, so it's runners on the corners as the Orioles have tied it on an unearned run with 2 outs in the top of the ninth. They're going to put Hopkins in motion, and he is going to steal second base. Gutsy call there. That is going to make it to where they are going to put Hayes on to create the force play. And now with 2 down, it's Corey Dickerson. Goes up and gets a fastball. Hits it pretty well, but that's going to be run down in the gap for the final out of the inning. But the Orioles did the job as Jahmai Jones comes through with 2 outs to tie this thing and send us to the bottom of the ninth. Gorman still out there. Swing and strike out there as he blows away Brandon Belt. That's the first out of the inning. Now with 2 away, it's Mejia. Fastball up. He got to it, but lifts a routine fly into center. And that's going to do it for the Rays. We've got free baseball going to the top of the 10th. It's Corey Seager. Takes one into right field. The runner will hold at third. And it's going to be runners on the corners. Still nobody out. And it's Ryan Montcastle. Fly ball into right field. This ball gets down just in front of the right fielder. Now, the runner at first had to make sure that ball got down, and so he did not score on the play. Then it's Trey Mancini. Swings through a curveball down and away from William Ouellette. And now with 1 away, it's Chris Bryant. Rips one into left field. This ball hit well. It goes off the wall. So a ball goes off the wall. They only get 1 run because, again, had to make sure it got down. But that is huge as the Orioles take the lead. Not done yet. Pedro Severino watches ball 4, and he walks in a run with the loaded bases there. It's Kyle Stowers now coming to the plate with 1 out in the inning. But the Rays going to turn to Diego Castillo now. 7th appearance of the year here. His ERA sitting at 4.5 so far. And it's Kyle Stowers now on a 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to first. They go 3-6-1 for the inning-ending double play. That is huge because it kind of gives them a chance now as they trail by just 2 going into the bottom of the 10th. But Osuna on now. He's now 5 for 7 in save appearances so far this season. Through 8 appearances, he's got 7 1/3 worked, a 2.45 ERA. Righties just can't touch him flat out, and he's going to get a swing and strike out there for the first out of the inning. Chad Pinder, rough day for him. Several strikeouts, had an error. Then it's Byron Buxton. Thanks for trying. You can go sit down now. 2 Ks for Osuna. And then Joey Wendell, swing and a miss on a changeup down for the final out of the inning. Big win for the Orioles. A come-from-behind victory, and they avoid the sweep on the road. They take this one 3-1. It was a no decision for Milton Byrnes, who pitched really well in this one. The Rays lose a tough one as Roberto Osuna gets player of the game honors, came on for the save, struck out the side in order. Derek Gorman gets the win going 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, struck out 3. I believe the walk was intentional. William Ouellette, tough day for him. 1/3 inning worked, gave up 3 hits and a walk, and 2 earned as the Orioles take this one by the score of 3-1. We'll take a look at the box score. 9 hits, 5 walks for the Orioles against 7 strikeouts. Multi-hit days for Hayes, Seager, and Chris Bryant, who continues to swing the bat very well. Jones 1 for 4 with a big RBI in the 9th inning. Chris Bryant had a triple. Jones also stole a base, and then Byrnes, we saw his numbers earlier. Gorman, we just talked about, and Osuna as well. So 6 hits, 2 walks for the Rays, and they struck out 12 times. Chad Pinder, 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts and an error. Rough day for him. Usually a pretty solid player. So lots of pitchers came into the game for the Rays. It was a combined effort where they gave up 9 hits and 5 walks over 10 innings. Eovaldi pitched pretty well for them. 3 hits and 2 walks over 5 2/3, but the pitch count was getting up. Had to go to the bullpen, and eventually it paid off for the Orioles as they were able to capitalize on the error in the 9th and get this thing to extras. That's going to do it for this one. The Orioles take it 3-1. Please be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment below, and we will see y'all next time.